Hi, this is Jeannie from Trendy, and today I'm not making a wreath, but I did want to do something in my crock pot today. Yesterday I made some turnip green soup, and I know that does not maybe sound that good, but it really was good. So I thought since I had my crock pot out, I would go ahead and make something else today. So I did like we all do. I went to Pinterest and browsed through some chicken recipes. And I found one, it looked great, and well, I don't really think they called it anything. I think they just called it Ritz chicken. And I just printed off the recipe. So it's a 10-ounce can of cream of chicken soup, 2 cups of sour cream, and that's a 16-ounce tub, so I think that's 2 cups. 1.5 cups of crushed Ritz crackers. And I don't know about y'all, but you know, I don't mind using off-brand for my soup or my sour cream, but if it calls for Ritz crackers, I want Ritz crackers. There is a difference in the Ritz crackers. 6 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, a tablespoon of parsley, I don't have that, and that's it. Oh, butter, did I say butter? A 1/2 cup of butter. That's a stick of butter or margarine. I think I had like a half and half. And y'all, my husband went to the store to get the chicken for me. And I told him to get, 6 boneless chicken breasts, and he did. And he came back. I mean, I want you to look at this. This is 6 chicken breasts. Now, I mean, look at that. It's 1.5 inches thick. Now, I grew up in the country, and I grew up with chickens. Let me tell you, we did not have any chickens that would have a breast this size. So this is way more chicken than I need for this recipe. So I'm gonna slice these chicken breasts lengthwise and just use part of them and do chicken tenders for the rest of it or something. But just to say, this is a drawback from my old nursing technique. Before you start preparing any food, you always wash your hands. I remember when we would check off skills in nursing, and we would have to talk about, we would have to practice going through the skills that we had to provide and giving medication. And the first thing you'd always say is, I washed my hands. Well, I washed my hands before I started. So you have to be careful with when you're using something like fresh meat. So when I'm doing something like this and I have a clean dish towel that I'm drying my hands off and all that, when I finish putting this in the crock pot, this will go in the washer. I never leave it laying around to, use the rest of the day or anything else. Same way with the cutting board. If I've cut meat on the cutting board, I never just rinse and dry and stick it back in the drawer. I mean, it goes in the dishwasher or in the sink with hot water. So the first thing it says on the recipe is to prepare the crock pot with a little bit of like Pam spray. So let me get that. Oh, and while I'm in my pantry, I'll show you something else that I do. Of course, I'm not going to use it for right now, but again, this is a drawback from my nursing skills. If you have a difficulty, if you're my age, you have difficulty opening jars and bottles or anything like that with a lid, let me get a jar out so I can show you. I mean, this is already opened, of course, but you can take, this is a tourniquet, and this is like what at the doctor's office they use to put around your arm, when they draw blood. But if you have difficulty opening jars, you can just take this tourniquet and just wrap that around that lid, and girl, you can open anything. You can open things that your husband can't open. In fact, I caught my husband using my tourniquet to open something yesterday. So that's just very handy. So it says spray the inside of your crock pot with a little Pam. So we've done that. And then it says combine your soup and sour cream in a bowl and set aside. There we go. And again, for me, using a wooden spoon is easier to handle. When you start aging, it's amazing what small things you can do to make everyday things a little bit easier. It's just easier for me if I do that. All right. So this is a 16-ounce tub. It called for 2 cups, so that should be 2 cups. I believe that's right. 8 ounces to a cup. I hope so. I could go look it up, but I'm not going to. And then a can of cream of chicken soup. So let me open that. Again, this is Jeannie from Trendy. Of course, this doesn't really have anything to do with Trendy, but I had posted some recipes that I had done, and I had some comments that people wanted to see more cooking. So, you know, I have to cook, so I figured I might as well do a little video, and we'll see how this turns out. But it said just stir that up and set it aside. I mean, you just can't go wrong with a combination of sour cream and chicken soup. Cream and chicken soup. So that's set aside. And then it says take another bowl and do a 1.5 cups of Ritz cracker crumbs crushed and melted butter. So I'm not exactly sure how many cracker crumbs a sleeve results in. Browser, my dog Browser is right here at my feet. He smells food. Now you can put these in a chopper or blender or something like that, but you know, Ritz crackers are just really, really easy to crumble up, so I don't do that. I just crush them up with my hands. And they don't have to be real fine, especially since they're going to be in this crock pot all day. I was a little bit concerned about the recipe because I was thinking to myself that, well, you probably would put the Ritz crackers, you know, on at the end, but it says, you know, that's the last thing you do is put the Ritz crackers on and put the lid on the crock pot. I'm going to do about another 1/2 sleeve. I could measure this, but I'm not. It says use 1.5 cups. My crock pot's kind of large also. It really didn't say what size crock pot to use, so I'm going to go with about 1.5 sleeves of crackers. Okay. And it said a 1/2 cup of butter, so that's a stick, either a stick of margarine or a stick of butter. I think I used like a half of margarine and 1/2 of butter. And I'm just going to stir that up a little bit. Get that ready to sprinkle on top. Doesn't take much. That look good. All right, so now it says layer the chicken in the crock pot. So here's where I'm going to slice these gigantic chicken breasts. I mean, that is just ridiculous, y'all. It worries me about what these chickens were fed, but look at that. That is one breast sliced in half, and look at the size of that thing. So that's 2. Calls for 6. So it looks like I'll be making chicken tenders tomorrow. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and put one more. And you know, always always, when you open your chicken, you know, it's got to pass the smell test. I mean, I don't care. I mean, you know, of course, you always check the date on the package before you buy it, but never use your chicken without passing the smell test. And if you've got a question about it, do not use it. Do not use it. All right, so we'll get that chicken out of the way. Okay. All right, next it says spread the mixture, your sour cream and cream of chicken soup mixture over the chicken. Excuse me. So I'm just going to spread that over that. I'm going to go ahead and turn my crock pot on, let it be getting hot. I should have already done that. And I'm just going to spread that with a spoon. And let's see if I can show you what that looks like so far. It's looking good. And then, okay, sprinkle on the cracker crumbs. I'm just going to do that. This is really easy, y'all. I hope it turns out good. I'll come back when we take it up and finish up the video. Okay. So that's what it looks like. Doesn't that look good? All right. And put it in the crock pot. And let's see, it says cover and cook on low for 6 to 7 hours, on high for 4 to 5 hours. It is 10 o'clock now, so we like to eat pretty early, so I'm going to go with high on 4 to 5 hours. So make sure I have it on high. Put the lid on it and clean up my mess. Okay, thanks for dropping in. I'll come back when this is ready, and I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll see if it's a Pinterest yay or a Pinterest fail. So I'll be back. Well, I took the rest of the chicken breast and I went ahead and sliced it up for like chicken tenders, and I put it in a large Ziploc bag, and I'm going to leave it flat like this. I'm going to lay it in the freezer until it freezes like this, and then when you get ready to do your chicken tenders and you take it out of the freezer, it will be easy to thaw out, easy to batter and get ready, because you'll be able to break it apart easy. Okay, there's my chicken after it's finished. Now, after it cooked the appropriate length of time, the Ritz cracker crust on top was okay, but I want it to be a little more crispy. So I put about another half a pack of crushed Ritz crackers, and I sprinkled some sharp cheddar cheese on it and put it in the oven just to give it a little bit of a crunchy top. So that's it, and I think it's going to be real good. It looks good, it tastes good. I might need to put a little bit of salt in it, but we'll just do that at the table to taste. Thanks for watching. I hope that you'll follow us on Instagram, where our title is Trendy_tree, and follow us on Facebook, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.